This video, I wanted to show you what I mentioned earlier, the alternative way of putting together the beauty pass. It's called the plus minus method. And what that entails basically is using merge nodes, right? Math with merge nodes. So it's minusing and plussing the AOVs. Okay. So let's get a shuffle. Okay. Remember, the shuffle is sort of like your channel switcher, right? I'm going to connect this and there you go, like so. And let's say we want to work on a specific AOV, uh, let's say specular, right? So I'm going to grab my specular. You can see that's my specular. That's my full image. Okay? And I'm going to make a merge node, sorry. And I'm going to switch this to minus. So essentially what I'm saying is I want to subtract this from this. Okay, so I want to subtract the specular from the main image, right? So A goes into here, and B goes into this one. And now if I look at my merge node, what you get is this. So it is this main image, right? The beauty pass without the specular. Okay. And then down below, you get another merge node, and then you just add it back in. Right? This one now becomes a plus. There you go. So if I look at this, it's exactly the same as the original image. Okay, it's got my specular back. But I can now plug nodes in between this shuffle and the plus. So like before, if you want to do a glow, you can do that. There you go. Too much. There you go. So only the really bright spots glow. Okay. So you can do that this way. The advantage of doing it this way is you're not breaking out stuff that you might not really need and then just bring them back together pointlessly, right? So if I know, like, I only really want to adjust the specular, I don't have to break everything out. I don't need to break out the diffuse, the subsurface scattering, transmission, indirect pass, shadow passes, or all that. Okay, I'm just dealing with one thing at a time. And then, let's say if you're done with this, let's get a backdrop. And let's label this guy. So this will be spec, right? I can even change the font size. See, spec, there you go. And then if I want to edit something else, let's say I want to edit, um, again, the subsurface scattering. You would just do this again. So shuffle, shuffle, but you're continuing from here, right? So you grab this shuffle, and then let's shuffle out, uh, say, subsurface scattering. See, that's what I'm shuffling out. And then a merge node, same thing. Set to minus. See, so now what I have is missing subsurface scattering. and then you do a plus, right? So whichever one, okay, so the thing you have to remember here is if it's addition, doesn't matter which is A, which is B, right? So, you know, 10 plus 10, 10 plus 5 is the same as 5 plus 10, right? But you'll have to pay attention when you're doing the minus. So minus is always A minus B, right? So 10 minus 5 is different from 5 minus 10, right? So you just have to make sure. Okay, and the same idea applies once, okay, once you get this set up, I can add something else here. So let's try grading that. Maybe you want the subsurface dimmer or brighter, right? So you can edit it that way. Then make another backdrop. Again, this is really, really useful. Um, People will thank you for using it. And this will be SSS, right? And let's say 25. Okay, so this is the plus minus method. I'm sure there's another name for it. I just call it the plus minus. It should actually be minus plus, but there you have it. Okay, so it eventually, once you get used to it, it's less confusing, right? It's a bit more organized when you see it. Okay, so this only does that, this only does that, and it you do it in sequence. Okay, so you could use both ways, the one where you break everything out, or you could use this. My preference is this, right? And that's it. Thank you.